Hair wrong.
Come on.
Felt good, didn't it? All right, it's time to call the Farragut Beer Board for September 12, 2019 to order. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. Has the board members had a chance to review the minutes?
Yes, so moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. First item is beer permit request. Approval of a Class 1 on-premise beer permit for Perella's, that's not the right way to pronounce it, Perella's Cantina at 12740 Kingston Pike, Suite 105.
Yes, sir. All their application and information is in order, and the motion is to approve the Class 1 on-premise beer permit for Perea Cantina at 12740 Kingston Pike, Suite 105.
Move to approve?
Second.
All in favor? Oh,
Aye.
discussion first, I'm
Speed
sorry.
it up.
Do we have a representative?
We do.
Would you step up to the podium and give us your name and home address, please?
And longest field goal.
And your jersey number, please.
Good evening. My name is Fuad Ribais, 115 South David Lane, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37922.
Great. Can you tell us a little bit about your business?
I'm representing La Parrilla. It's a Mexican restaurant they'll be opening up, and they'll be moving from Turkey Creek over to the new location.
And the location is in the Renaissance.
Yes, sir.
And what location, what are you replacing, or is it new?
The German restaurant that was there?
Okay,
Yes, sir.
very good. Do the board members have any questions or comments?
I don't have anything other than to say it's nice to get a restaurant down on the west side. I think that's a big growth focus for us, and lots going to happen in the coming years, so we're happy to see restaurants out there.
Yes, sir.
And that's a nice location with the patio. You guys have access to the patio and all that,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That'll be nice.
The beer board is real concerned to make sure that the employees of the business make sure that they check IDs. We don't like any underage drinking, and if there are any issues, you could be called before the board for penalties and so forth. So
Yes, sir.
we have a packet for you. I'd like you to pick this up as you leave here, and this may help you with the training of your staff.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay? Any other comments?
None.
All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. All right, any other business for the beer board? All right, if not, we are adjourned.
You don't give him the hammer.
What's that?
He didn't give you the hammer.
He did.
Well, oh, okay.
That was the Thor smack you heard. That was
You could have just thrown it across the room. That would actually be less painful, I think. To buy that one.
Hungry.
Less than 15 minutes, he found that out. Hey,
It's less than 5. I'll just give it to him.
Okay, we'll start out with
doing this, they're shaking it.
Actually, I can't because it was in his
first
taste.
check, and then go right down the,
Okay.
and then end up with Chino.
You went right to it.
At the end, we can get them all in one picture. I'd like that.
Yeah.
I figured you look at community center.
No, then you would have kept it. I wanted to do something just just in case I need to black it.
Okay, y'all are having too much fun over here.
Put it there. Set up to a big they said I would never look. And I've never find it.
He went right to it.
We don't have Tom tonight?
He's not gonna be here.
Oh, okay.
So we've got to amend the agenda tonight to,
Yeah, I'll be doing that first thing.
are we postponing it? or-
Yes.
As soon as this is over.
No, tonight?
I'll be there, surgery at 7.
Okay.
1-4, aren't you? I hate 59.
I do too. I do too.
Stay in the left lane.
That's exactly right.
So is that a matter, you have to make the motion? You have to make a motion to do that? Okay.
I have to do a change in posted agenda, because it's a posted agenda, and this is over. Time, okay. Okay, time is approximately 7:01 PM, and September 12th, 2019 Farragut Board of Mayor and Aldermen meeting will come to order. First, we will have a silent prayer tonight, and that will be followed by pledge of allegiance to our country's flag.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, start tonight. We do have changes to the posted agenda, which is first reading of 19-27 ordinance. That's been postponed. Please note the changes to tonight's posted agenda. With a quorum, I'll now ask for a motion to approve this meeting's amended agenda.
Move to approve.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, vote by saying yes.
Yes.
Motion to adopt the amended agenda has been approved. Okay, we'll start with the mayor's report. I have two items on the mayor's report tonight, and we'll start out with the presentation of donations to our Farragut schools. Both the vice mayor and myself will both participate in this honor, and please stay till we get finished so that we can get a group picture. Thank you. And we'll call Gina Bird down first.
She said, does that mean I get the most?
Oh.
Yes.
Sue's got it.
Okay, next we, Deborah.
Deborah's our Farragut intermediate principal. Gino is our Farragut primary principal.
Thanks. And next will be Weston.
And Mr. Evans is our middle school principal.
Go right for the check.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Okay, next will be Dr. John.
Dr. Bartlett is our high school principal, and he's new, and we've got a lot of exciting things going on. Thank you.
And last but not least, Gene Ogle.
Gene Ogle and Gene Perkins, can you come up too? They're both co-presidents of the Farragut High School Education Foundation.
Thanks. Thank you very much. Group picture.
I'm going to be on the other end. How do we need to get together? Get together.
Jeez,
Are you saying short before?
Between two.
We can move over somewhere still.
I know, how many administrators does it take?
That's a
Together,
lot.
take a picture.
I feel like I'm in a picture here. You got flashed. You got flashed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'll come by and see you sometime.
So I don't see her anymore,
Before all of our administrators leave, I just wanted to say something to our audience. Farragut schools do a lot with a little. We are in the lower third of funding per students, and that's been the way for years. So we do a lot with a little. We rely on our parents to contribute both in money and in time. We do a lot of fundraising. We couldn't do what we do. Our schools are one of the reasons people move here, because we have caring principals and caring staff. The teachers in our schools are amazing. Parents are involved, and that's what creates such a great community and such successful schools. So we are very blessed to have all of you on board. Very thankful for each one of you for your dedication in what can be a very difficult time. I know education has continued to evolve, and you all have to continue to try to jump through those hoops, but make it a happy place for kids to learn. So thank you so much for all that you do. We really appreciate it.
Okay, next will be a proclamation for the Star-Spangled Banner Day. Let them go ahead and get out. Whereas on September 14th of 1814, Francis Scott Key penned a poem, Defense of Fort McHenry. The lyrics from that poem eventually became the national anthem of the United States of America, called the Star-Spangled Banner. As he watched the American flag flying over Fort McHenry, signifying American victory during the War of 1812, September 14, 2019 marks the 250th anniversary of America's Second War of Independence. On behalf of the members of the National Society of the United States of Daughters of 1812, General Henry Knox Chapter, we encourage everyone to celebrate Star-Spangled Banner Day with us on Saturday, September 14th. Please fly the American flag. Whereas in 1918, Mrs. Reuben Ross Holloway, president of the National Society of United States Daughters of 1812, state of Maryland, led a campaign to make Star-Spangled Banner the nation's official anthem. Eventually, a bill passed in the House of Representatives on April 21st, 1930, and in the Senate on March 3rd, 1931, President Herbert Hoover signed into law that same day, designating the Star-Spangled Banner as the United States national anthem. Whereas from the words of Jacqueline Amon Schulman, President of the National Honor Society, United States Daughters of 1812, the Daughters of 1812 is a dynamic and patriotic membership dedicated to increasing the knowledge of the history of America's Second War for Independence. Each time we sing our national anthem in its official capacity is due to the efforts of the United States Daughters of 1812. Many people have no idea that the words and the rocket's red glare and the bombs bursting in air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there, are still true events that occurred during the War of 1812. I now, therefore, Mayor Ron Williams, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor, City of Farragut, I do hereby proclaim the day, September 14th, 2019, is Star-Spangled Day. And we ask our citizens to fly the American flag and remember those who fought to make our country free.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you honoring our day.
Okay, I will now yield the floor to the Vice Mayor for her report.
I just gave my report. I'm good, thank you.
Anybody else have anything?
I have nothing.
No other, okay. If not, then we'll move on to approval of minutes. Are there any changes to the posted August 22nd, 2019 minutes?
No, sir.
None?
Move to approve.
Second.
Everyone's had a chance to read, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, we have a motion with a second. All in favor, vote by saying yes.
Yes.
Let the record show that said minutes have been approved and will be recorded as official minutes of the August 22nd, 2019 Farragut Board and Mayor and Alderman meeting. Okay, next we have 5 business items listed to review and consider on tonight's agenda. And we'll start off with the approval of the Veterans Salute 10K, 5K, and 1 mile kids run.
As you may know, the Knoxville Track Club Board of Directors voted to discontinue the annual half marathon earlier this year. Staff approached the owner of Fleet Feet to look at some type of replacement event and have been working with them on another run that we hope will grow and become a visitor attraction in the years to come. The idea of a veteran-themed run came out of this collaboration, and the Fleet Feet staff have put together a great plan. Part of the proceeds from the run will benefit a veterans group. The event will include a 10K, 1 mile fun run, and a 5K, and is scheduled for Saturday, November 9th. The start and finish area, along with the Athletes Visit Village, will be located at Faith Lutheran Church on Jamestown, and in the future, it'll be at the community center. We just won't be quite ready for them this year. This event will include temporary lane closures of Jamestown Boulevard, Kingston Pike, Campbell Station, and the streets through Village Green Subdivision. A map is included in your packet. With the exception of the fun run, the other 2 races are a loop, and once the runners have passed, the road will be open. The lane closure on Kingston Pike is for a really short distance from Rustgate to Waring, and the lane closure on Campbell Station Road is from Old Colony to Jamestown. We hope that will also be the corridor for the Veteran Salute, so that we can have our community come out and cheer on those runners. Restroom and water stations will be provided, and the Knox County Sheriff's Office will provide traffic control along with the volunteer corps that Fleet Feet has at their disposal. Henry is here from Fleet Feet if you have any questions.
I just want to make a statement that, do we need to make a motion first?
Please.
I'm sorry. Move to approve the event application involving the town's public rights-of-way for the Salute to Veterans Race on November 9th, 2019.
I'll second.
Okay, discussion?
Are you aware that that is also the Farragut, just for knowledge, Farragut Primary's fall festivals on that day? They pushed it out for whatever reason they have. So I'm not sure what the beginning, ending times. I know most of the parking happens at the primary school, but I'm sure the overflow parking will be at the library.
Do you know what time
I can get with you on that, just.
the times for the run are at 7:30,
Yeah.
8:15, and 9, so I think we'll be over
10:30.
10:30.
I'll just make sure, I just wanted to make it, you
Yeah,
aware
no,
that
we did
that
not
is
know
happening
that.
at the same
Yeah,
time. So
yeah.
it's usually at the end of October, but for whatever reason, they needed to change their date this year. So, okay. That was really all I had. I think this sounds like a wonderful
Yes.
event.
We hope, I think they have a great plan in place, and they have a lot of unique challenges that they're going to incorporate in this run or these runs. So we hope in the years to come, as we do with every event and as Fleet Feet, and they are wonderful at this, does every time they start something new, we'll start slow and grow it in a good way. So I think we'll be happy with the results.
And the good thing about this is that it's, I assume it's after the clocks turn back, because was always the problem with the half marathon. It was like the weekend or the week before our clocks turned back, so the race would start and it would be pitch black. So the hope is that we have some light when this one starts. So.
Okay, any other discussion? If not, we have a motion with a second. All in favor, vote by saying yes.
Yes.
Let the record show the Veteran Salute event application has been approved. Okay, next will be approval of the Hot to Trot Race 5K, 10K, and Fun Run.
And again, this is, I think, the 10th annual, is that? 11th annual, I'm sorry. 11th annual Hot to Trot race. This has been a wonderful thing. I think you were just short of 3,000 last year. Participants, if you haven't ever done it, it's amazing. It's on Thanksgiving morning. It uses part of Parkside Drive. Fleet Feet will be working with Knox County and maybe City of Knoxville Police to do the safety that they need to do. But nothing has changed from last year's race on this. So the Community Event Committee was fine with everything.
Okay. Ask for a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, discussion.
This is a fun race.
It is.
It really is a fun race.
Shaheen dresses up in a big turkey suit. And it's awesome.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay, have a motion and a second. All in favor, vote by saying yes.
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 Let the record show that the Hot to Trot event application has been approved.
Thank you.
Okay, approval of contract 2020-09 for on-call stormwater repairs.
Yes, the purpose of this item is consideration of bids received for our on-call stormwater infrastructure repair services. You'll recall earlier this year we had 3 separate pipes, stormwater pipes, that failed. And with that, of course, we entered into an emergency contract with Whaley Construction. I think we were fortunate to have them nearby at the time. This photograph right here was the one over in Sagefield Subdivision. That was a pretty big project. But at that time, it was done on an emergency basis. It's always good while we felt comfortable with the rates that we were charged on that contract. We felt it's important to kind of be a little more proactive and have a contractor on hand, kind of like our maintenance contractors, so that if we have another emergency, we can call them up and they'll be out there. So we put this out to bids. It's structured very much like the emergency contract. We only got one bid, unfortunately, and that was Whaley Construction. I will point out that their rates are exactly what we had in the emergency contract, which we felt were fair. But staff is comfortable with these prices. They are pretty much in keeping with industry standards. So staff recommends award of contract 2020-09 to Whaley Construction, LLC.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, discussion.
Darrell, will this still require a staff member to be on site for the entire repair?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I can say by looking at the before and after that they did an outstanding job on all of them. And I was very pleased that they were able to mobilize that quickly and get that kind of work done.
So were we.
Yeah.
Okay, any other discussion?
I have no further questions.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, vote by saying yes.
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 Let the record show the approval of the bid and award the contract 2020-09 to Whaley Construction, LLC. Okay, next will be approval of dates for the November and December Board of Mayor and Alderman meetings.
Yes, sir. In the past, the Board of Mayor and Aldermen have chosen to cancel the second meeting in November due to Thanksgiving and the second meeting in December due to Christmas. The date of the meetings in November right now are scheduled for Thursday, November 14th and the 28th, and the December meetings are Thursday, December 12th and 26th. The second meeting in both November and December will need to be canceled, and as of September 6th, all the board members will be present for the first meetings in November and December. And if a need arises, a special meeting may be called. The motion is to cancel the meetings in November 28th and December 26th of 2019.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? No discussion, okay.
Just
With
think
motions.
as long as we have the ability for a special called meeting, if something comes in for McPhee, because we're looking at December, January, I'm good with that.
Okay. Yeah, we always have a,
Contingency.
always able to do that if needed. Okay. All in favor, vote by saying yes.
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 Yes, okay. Let the record show that the motion to cancel the Farragut Board of Mayor and Aldermen November 28th, 2019, and the December 26, 2019 has been approved. Next will be approval of the 2019 Parade of Homes directional signage.
Yes, sir. The special events permit and application requested the permission to place the directional signage in Farragut due to the event. The requested placement of the directional signs is illustrated in your attachments. This year, there's only one home within the town limits. The home is at 12621 Brass Lantern. The signs will be erected Thursday afternoons, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, beginning October 4th through the 20th. Motion is the staff recommends approval of the proposed placement of the special event directional signage within the town of Farragut's right-of-way for the 2019 Parade of Homes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion?
How many homes do we normally have? Anybody know?
It varies.
I think last year we had 5, maybe.
I think they're selling so quick that they just don't really have the desire to put one out there as a model. Okay. I have a motion and a second. All vote on favor, vote by saying yes.
Yes.
Let the record show that the special events permit for 2019 Parade of Homes directional signage has been approved. As noted earlier, we have postponed the consideration of ordinance 1927 tonight on the first reading, so there will be no ordinances tonight. Okay, next we'll have a citizens forum. It looks like we do have a few people signed up. If so, that I'll ask that each speaker, if they've had the opportunity to read the comment protocol located on the back of tonight's printed agenda.
Our first speaker is Deb McCarthy.
Yes.
Right up here.
Hi, my name is Deb McCarthy, and I'll be a new resident here in Farragut, moving into the Brass Lantern Subdivision. First of all, I would like to thank Mayor Williams for getting back to me on the emails that I sent this week, and also to Mrs. Stahl, I believe, Susan Stahl, who is the head of the Parks Department, in verifying some specific dates for me. First, I had written a big, long speech that I wanted to give, but at this point, I think what I would like to do is just to ask consideration from the board for 3 things. One, my lot now backs up to where the tennis courts and pickleball courts are going to be, where before it was not backing up to that. With the new plan that was put into place, I guess, a few months ago, that changed, and I had signed my lease back or my contract back in January. So the things that I would ask the board to consider would be, 1, to provide more of a buffer between the property of Brass Lantern and McPhee Park, because they've already started clearing it and there's not much there. Secondly, if you would consider putting timers on the lights on the tennis courts so that they won't shine into our backyards and windows, that would be appreciated. And thirdly, if there would be any way possible to build the first 2 tennis courts that are crossed off in red on the map first, and then the other tennis courts after, when you see how much use is actually being made of those first 2 tennis courts. It would not affect as many residents if those were built first. And that's about it. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our second speaker is Madonna Martin, also in Brass Lantern.
Hello, I wanted to provide you some comments on the McPhee Park expansion.
Can you give us your name and address,
Yes.
please?
My name is Madonna Martin, and I'll be residing at Brass Lantern, lot number 23. I currently live in Hardin Valley. I'm going to be a new resident there, and I will be immediately north of the park expansion. After a 27-year absence of the Farragut community, I'm looking forward to returning. The publicized park expansion plans changed after I executed my contract with Saddlebrook in February. Had I known the specific changes, I would have considered the selection of a different home lot. In a very short period of time, there are now 17 homes under contract out of a total of 30 lots. It's really developing fast. These homes will cost in the $500,000 to $600,000 range. The owners, such as myself, will significantly contribute to Farragut's economy. I am dismayed about the proximity of the tennis courts to the backyard of my new home and the substantial loss of the vegetative buffer. Design and park procedures should minimize noise, restrict artificial lighting disturbances at night, and provide security measures. I would be interested to learn what specific steps will be taken to address these issues. Farragut did not allow any input opportunity from new Brass Lantern residents. We are the ones who will be most affected by any permanent structures. I believe that Farragut got ahead of itself a bit and should have momentarily delayed the park expansion until adjacent residents could provide input for consideration. I am personally not in favor of Farragut's installation of tennis courts in the McPhee Park expansion. It is always preferable for private enterprise to provide such facilities. It is my opinion that government entities should not compete in the marketplace with businesses. Rather, government should provide non-competing services to their communities that are cost-effective and serve the most stakeholders. I am greatly disappointed that the current plans no longer include dog parks. I recommend that Farragut reconsider this decision. I was looking forward to routinely using the small dog section for my certified pet therapy dog to help keep her healthy. She visits memory care seniors at my church here in Farragut, Concord United Methodist, and patients at Ben Ashley Veterans Home. The addition of dog parks throughout Knox County have proven to be low in capital and maintenance costs and very popular with residents. Knox County has established goals to be one of the most dog-friendly areas in the country. Dog facilities at McPhee Park would serve a large portion of the community in the town's western section. They would also reduce the amount of traffic congestion around the Concord Park area and periodic crowded conditions in that area. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more speakers?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'll now yield the floor to our town administrator.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, we have some more Intro to Farragut participants here tonight. Some of our class members are up front learning all about what we're doing here, so this is great to have them participate in our meeting tonight. We also have coming up a fun day on Monday. It's Putt-Putt Day, free Putt-Putt Day for anybody that wants to come from 5 to 8 o'clock on Monday, September 16th. So we hope to have a lot of good folks there, big crowd, and look forward to having a fun day at Putt-Putt.
Doesn't that start a little earlier?
Maybe it's 4. Is it 4 or 5?
I thought it was 5.
You know, Sue, what time the Putt-Putt Day starts?
I think it's noon. Yeah.
Maybe I put 5 because that's when I could finally get there. So that's probably what I did. But yeah, I think it starts around 2 o'clock that day. Good advice. Visit Farragut.org. Should be able to get you right there where you need.
Okay.
That's all I have to report, Mayor.
Okay. See, we don't have town attorney tonight. Is any other items that the board would like to discuss? None? Okay, if there's none, then at this time is approximately 7:27, and without objection, the September 12th, 2019 Farragut Board Mayor and Alderman meeting is now adjourned.